Good evening, everyone. Let's quickly do a daily wrap on how the market panned out today on the 12th of December. That's 12/12/2018. Well, definitely there was a lot of choppiness and volatility in the recent times. There were triggers which fueled this move. In last 2 days, we have a big, sharp recovery from the Nifty futures. This is the daily chart of Nifty futures, the bar chart. And from a low of 10,350 where we opened yesterday, we managed to close at above 750. So a big 400 points move from a low to high basis from the Nifty. I've been getting few calls recently asking about my view on the market, and few people have been sharing their thoughts. And of course, short-term traders have been brutally been whipsawed or getting stopped out in both directions, which is likely because um, the follow-through movement is lacking and the counter move is equally sharp. So where do we stand? Well, if you ask me honestly, I don't see any significant clarity in terms of the underlying trend of the market. Um, 10,776, odd is where we were uh, mid-November, and that's also close to where we were at early October. So essentially what I see the entire November and so far so good of December, the market has not shown follow through movement. When I say this, what I particularly mean is when we had this 3 day breakout on the upside, it led to a 3 day correction. When we had this 6 day move, which again we had a 3 day breakout, we again had close to a 6 bar correction. So there's lack of a directional follow through either on the upside or on the downside. But definitely, whenever it's coming down, it's bouncing back with a lot of buying pressure. Short coverings are helping that, value buyings are helping that. That's a different story, but the bounce backs are really, really sharp. So if you think of going short, be very, very careful. And if you want to place your bias on the upside, don't wait for a big move to come up. Probably before even you anticipate, the move is over. Difficult times, I will probably term it. Difficult times require us to trade less, smaller quantities, and wait for the right opportunity to trade into. In terms of level, psychologically 10,500 on the downside stays as the support that the market needs to close below this. Obviously, on the upside, the previous highs are the but obvious levels to watch for. But I would like to see the index sustain above today's high, which is close to the 10,800 mark. Considering the fact that in just 2 days flat, it's been a sharp move, I will not be surprised if the market eases off a little bit. This is a 75-minute chart which shows the last 2 bars move. And essentially, we are looking at the 10,800, 820. This is the zone, this 3 bar cluster, where I sense there can be some amount of resistance coming in. A quick look at the intraday charts of the 15-minute also suggests the fact that the indicators are slightly stretched, but I sense that it's going to break that 10,800 on the upside. The last of the shorts will probably wait for a break of 10,800, 10,800, 10,800, 2025, and probably cover their shorts. That is where the short-term supply points lie, 10,500 on the downside. If you have missed this bus and you look to buy, then I would request to wait for a short-term correction, and in that case 10,700, 725 is the level for the Nifty future that I'm keeping a very close watch on. This is a 15-minute chart, and this is where the 10,710, 720 comes in. Look at the pullers and draggers in the market today. Contribution from gainers coming in from HDFC Bank, HDFC, no big percentage move, but they have big weightages in the index. Reliance manages close to a 1% move into this trade. Larsen and Toubro a big close to 2.5% move. So good to see that the large caps have participated, but in terms of percentages, not so much. Hindustan Lever bounces back really well with a 2.5% gain into this trade. Bharti bounces back after the strong 6 day sell off. Um, on the weaker side, it's essentially two pharmaceutical companies, Dr. Reddy and then Lupin. They are in a strong downtrend. In fact, Lupin is in a strong downtrend. Dr. Reddy's trend is still relatively better off. Um, Infratel, Hindustan Petroleum, Bosch, Z. So it's essentially a mixed where you have thematic moves coming in from pharma, auto pharma flat, but it's essentially Dr. Reddy and Lupin amongst the pharma which were down. Um, Considering that it's been 2 days of bounce back, if I quickly open the report designer and would like to check which are the scripts or which are the sectors which have outperformed and underperformed in this last 2 days, and if I run a 2 bar rate of change, I see that it's essentially the small caps and the mid caps which have outperformed in this 2 bar bounce back, in this 2 day bounce back. Nifty, on the other hand, is way below in that list, right? Bank Nifty is way below in that list. So your bounce back has essentially been fueled a lot by these small and mid caps. Not a very good convincing sign, if you honestly ask me. If I run the same 2 bar rate of change on the FNO scripts, that is the large cap stocks, I find that the gainers are coming in from Infibeam, Yes Bank, IRB, India Cement, Bank India, M&M Finance, Equitas, JP Associates, PNB. So all the way down, if I go all the way down till around, let's say Sun Pharma is the first quality name that essentially comes into this list. Um, on the other side, amongst the losers, you see you have Dr. Reddy and Hindustan Petroleum, that is due to today's move. But then the likes of HDFC Bank, ICICI Bank, um, Wipro, Infi, Lupin, Maruti are actually on the other side of the list. So clear sign that this bounce back has been fueled by the small and the mid caps, or the other way to say it is the small and the mid caps have benefited a lot from this 2 bar bounce back or the 2 day bounce back. As I said, it's not the best of the bounce backs in terms of the underlying health. The $1 million question now is, will the large caps or the quality stocks in the market will pitch in? If they do, then we have got a decent move coming up in the market. If they don't, then I think there can be some more weakness left. It's just Wednesday, halfway down the week, so too early to call to take a call on the weekly charts. But this is the weekly chart of Nifty futures, and I have the momentum on the lower quadrant. So I'll keep a very close watch. If I see that 10,800, 820 it fails, then you never know, you can get a move on the downside as well. Having said that, bottom line is we are stuck in a range. Cautiously bullish or maybe cautiously bearish. It's essentially a neutral ground. Look for good opportunities to trade, and if you see a failure of 10,800, 820, you can probably go ahead with a gutsy short trade in the market, right? Let's keep a close watch for how the rest of the week pans out. Till then, I hope that this volatility has been relatively kind to you and you've not got chopped out badly. Keep on trading, trade well, trade wise. Thank you.